Kilgore, Kilgore, his name is Kilgore. Kilgore, Kilgore, his name is Kilgore. Sometimes he's in the future. Sometimes he's in the present. Sometimes he's a man. Sometimes he's a pheasant. Kilgore, Kilgore, I always want more of Kilgore. It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised and comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka a guy who finished the first season of Discovery before finishing Star Trek Enterprise. I'm weird! Today's subject, Cyborg Rebirth Issue 1. An essential one. Yeah, it's not the first printing. I got it at Comic-Con or whatever. What happens? Cyborg fights some bank robbers. He goes back to Star Labs. He feels sad. And his co-worker / implied love interest takes him to a jazz club. And he doesn't feel sad anymore. And then Kilgore rips him in half. Yeah. Not much happened in that first single issue. Or should I say first single issue hyperbolically because, yeah. While this is Cyborg Rebirth Issue 1, there was a comic called Cyborg Rebirth, which was completely different to this, which is the actual beginning of the book, similar to an issue 0. But for literally everyone who forgot that, yeah. It was super annoying. I loved the Rebirth era of DC Comics. It brought back New Earth Superman, gave us John Kent, the Super Sons, and everything. But for whatever goddamn reason, the first issues in all of their new stories were called So-and-So Rebirth, then followed by another number 1. Each series had 2 number 1s, essentially. So if you didn't get the first number 1, like I didn't with Cyborg, I didn't even read the Cyborg series that much at the time, you would think this is the beginning of the story. But no, in the middle, Cyborg laments about how, he's not even sure he's the original Vic Stone. Did his dad actually bring him back to life, or did he just make a cybernetic ghost in the shell? Yada yada, habbity-spabbity-doo. That sort of funky great stuff. But all in, flashback, it's so weird. Comic book companies do this all the time. When they start out, new series, they'll start it, out as a special sometimes, and that's honestly the worst. Don't you just hate it when a special is canon, or an annual is canon? You think, this is just, some non-canon thing, you probably don't need to know. No, it's basically a normal issue in the book. Yeah, and it's so freaking annoying. I remember, so many, comic books I almost missed out on because they were called so-and-so annual, but they were really just the next issue in the series. Why do that? Why do you do that? No, make the annual a fun filler special. And also, don't begin your book with a special. That's just, no, just call it the first issue. Green Lantern Corps, that had a problem too with a fractured spectrum. It was essentially the first issue of Green Lantern Corps and Green Lantern, but they called it a different thing. It's just they call it a one-shot, even though it's could easily be a first issue to either of those books. Yeah. Oy. This is this one got away from me. It's not so much a review of the book. 800,000 out of a million hamburgers, by the way. It's kind of more of a commentary on the comic selling business in general, the comic presenting business, the presentation. Yes. Ah, well, here's hoping you don't get annoyed by comic books that just randomly say that they're the first when they're not the first. Here's hoping. With that, like, comment, and subscribe, and donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the hippopotamus, and death to Kronos. Oh yeah. That's the corn mash. Also, apparently in Star Trek Discovery, you know those weird Klingons? Yeah, the 24 houses were supposed to be like 24 different species of Klingons. And the TOS Klingons were supposed to be one of those freaking houses. But we never see them! What? Have a night, folks.